So we're back at the winery vineyard here. You can see the tasting room and our patio just in the background. I'll give you a 360 view. Lots of hills and slopes and plateaus on this property. The property is the tree line there, so all the way in the back we have vines planted up on that hill all the way in the back. All the way to those trees in the back. And then there's our winery there, those two buildings. And then way back there is more Pinot. And there's your 360. So I also snagged a glass of the Pinot Gris. So let's taste some Pinot Gris. This wine, if you can remember back to Hennessy, we were at that vineyard a couple minutes ago. Beautiful southerly facing slope. That's where this wine comes from. So the expression of this grape is made in the French style, Pinot Gris, where Pinot Grigio is the Italian style. The French style, Pinot Gris, is more expressive and fruit forward, a little bit more opulent and rich, where Pinot Gris tend to be pretty dry and a little bit more expressive in minerality. This wine is aged on the fine lees for about 8 months. Lees are the expired yeast cells, so they're very proteinous. We rack off all of the heavy sediment from the lees, and then what is left in suspension in the wine is called the fine lees. So those lees being in contact with the wine for that 8 months provide a little bit more texture to this wine. So being a cool climate wine, because we are in northern Michigan, there is definitely a backbone of acidity. Being in contact with those lees kind of mellows that acidity out. It gives it more of a round, warm mid-palate, and creates just a beautiful wine with high acidity, but this really nice mouthfeel with a round, warm mid-palate. So on the nose, I always tend to get really cool like chamomile tea flowers, melons, green melon, maybe some star fruit in there. Oh, it's so bright and crisp, but yet you get this like really nice kind of cleansing finish, but not too acidic. A little bit of kind of like almondy, kind of marzipan on the finish, maybe a little bit. My favorite thing to drink this wine with is whitefish. So Michigan whitefish or even lake trout, both just perfect for this wine. Let's have a look at how the plants are doing. I'm in the muscat block right now, and we've got plants growing here. Let's see. Excuse my videography. This is not my forte. But let's see, we've got shoots, we've got tendrils that support the vine. Here is a little flower cluster. You see that? Maybe? There we go. So I'm thinking like in a week, those flower clusters are gonna open up. We're gonna have bloom. And after that, we'll start to see some fruit set, maybe in a couple weeks. So really exciting time here in the vineyard. This is when kind of the foundation and the precedence is set for our growing season. And we've had a little bit of a late start to spring. It was wet and it was cool, but we're seeing some really great dry, warm days here. Just a lot of photosynthesis and growth happening. and a lot of really good healthy plants. So looking forward to a warm, hot, dry summer and hopefully fall too, and a home run 2020 vintage. So we're gonna pop out of the vineyard and head into the winery, and I'll give you a little tour there and we'll taste some Cabernet Franc.